Hi there, this is Mary from the Ips Adventure, and on today's video I want to talk to you about getting things done and my FlyLady routine. So for the FlyLady routine, you have your morning routine and your evening routine, and I'm just going to talk about the morning routine. It's Saturday here and it's beautiful outside. We're in the Sierra Nevada and in California, and it's a beautiful day. And Saturday sometime I wake up and I'm a little tired, but today I wanted to talk to you about this because I need to get myself motivated. So there's a thing in the FlyLady routine that's important. It's a little bit of pampering, and once you finish your morning routine, you should have a little basket or something that you know you like doing, and you give yourself 10 or 15 minutes and doing it for yourself. So for me, it's crocheting. I like crocheting. I get up in the morning, I need to crochet in the morning, I need to crochet before I go to bed, and then it feels like a good day. For other people, it could be reading. For other people, it could be, putting cream on your face, or whatever is your thing. For people, get yourself a little basket and do your nails if you want to do your nails in the evening, or whatever rock you bought, and that whatever you like to do regularly, you put that in your little basket, and that's your motivation to be rewarded of all your little efforts every day. In the morning routine, just want to do a little recap. You have to get dressed to shoe. When she say get dressed to shoe, it's basically you really have to wear your shoes, because you have to wear comfortable shoes because it feels like you're ready to go. So I invested this week and I bought myself some shoe for the house. Only wear it in the house. They're ugly, but they're comfortable, and I don't care if they're ugly because I know this is my indoor shoes when I do all my work and my cleaning, and so I only wear them inside the house. Then she talked about swish and swipe. I can't even say it. But basically, it's the idea of having a cloth and a multi-purpose cleaner. And when you get up in the morning, you're in your bathroom, you get dressed, you brush your teeth, you have your shower, you get dressed, and then you clean your bathroom counter and your sink just before leaving that room. You're already in this room, you leave this multi-purpose product and a cloth underneath your sink, and that you clean your sink and whatever little piece that needs to be cleaned before you leave that room. It will take you 1-2 minutes max, and it's done, and you feel like you're in a clean space. So of course you're gonna say to me, maybe I need to declutter first, and that's fine, but clean the surface that you can see at the minute. Don't overload yourself with, I'm going to declutter the whole house and I can't, because nobody can do it in one go. So when we get to the zone and when we get to the bathroom zone, that's why you can declutter. The next thing is empty your dishwasher. If you had put your dishwasher the night before, empty it in the morning. If you're already empty, it's empty and ready to go. But then you clean your counters, and then you start your load of laundry. That's another thing. And eat your breakfast. Eat your breakfast means that you have to pause. So either I do it before I get started in my morning routine, or I do it after my morning routine, at the end of my morning routine, eating my breakfast, because it makes you pause and makes you sit down. When you start sitting down, you can't, it's hard to get back up on it. So try to do either I sit down, I have my breakfast, then I get started, or I do my morning routine and then I have my breakfast. Then in your morning routine, there's also make your bed, like every morning. And then you check your calendar and see what important appointment you have that day, or what visits. So like, for example, I have my calendar there, and the important thing I have to do today is that my son's going on a camp next week for a few days with his school. So I have to go and do some errand and shopping to get some product, some item for him, for his snacks and whatnot. And then I also need to I have my crochet and knitting group every Saturday morning, and I'm gonna prepare my little bag with my knitting ready to go for 2 p.m. And that's what I do. The FlyLady, if you start today, there's an app on your phone that is the FlyLady, and the FlyLady is a system separate the house in multi-zone. So every week it's a different zone. So you have week 1, zone 1, week 2, zone 2, week 3, zone 3, etc. And week 4, zone 4. And you can have a zone 5 some weeks if you have like 5 weeks in that month. But usually zone 1 is the entrance, the front porch, and the dining room. So you pick the zone that you want to do, but zone 1 is logical. It's the first thing you get when you get to a home. It's the entrance and the front porch. The front porch and the entrance. So the front porch, if you have a front porch or your front of your house, so just clean your door, dust, take the cobweb, tidy up. I'll show you how I do mine at some stage in another video, but basically we clean the floor, I wash the, there's a little few steps, and then there's a platform, so I need to clean that platform. I shake the place where you clean your feet, and the little mat in front of your door, and you clean your door, you clean your, especially with COVID and everything, like I usually, because we use that handle all the time after being in the car, after meeting people, I disinfect it, just with an, a disinfectant, and that's it. And then clean your window if you have windows, shake your rugs if you have a rug. If you have shelves with decoration on it, clean your decoration. If you have plant water, you plant, etc., etc. And do whatever you have to do for your front porch. In the entrance, for me, I have a lot of decoration that I want to declutter. I have all the shoes to go through. I want, so if you have an entrance cupboard where you put your coat, you declutter your coat cupboard. If you have a chair where the kids put their school bags, make sure you have that space where I want to organize it that they have a basket, because they always put it on the chair, and I'm using their chair to put my shoes on sometime, and they always bag on it. So I'm going to create a space for them, because they always dump their bag in there. So I want to create a little basket where they dump their bag in there. So I have enough basket in the house. I'm sure I can find one to put that on. And that's basically what I'm going to do. And then the dining room, which is my catastrophe, and I want to handle it. So I want to show you. This is my, this is a multi-purpose space. There's 2 shelving here. We do homeschool here. We've got our little bar up there. I have like cake stands in here, and books in there, and sweets in there, and then down there I have some other books about budget and stuff. So it's a multi-purpose kind of space. I have travel books in there as well, and I have a ton of decorations. So my goal this weekend is to really deal with this zone, because I need to not only, but declutter in a proper way means that like Dana White does, I'm gonna get one black bag and dump everything I don't want, that is broken or that I have no use for, or that I cannot give away. And then another donatable box where I'm gonna put all the stuff that I want to donate. I have way too much stuff. I need to give it away. Like, look, this is homeschool stuff as well. On the piano, there's tons of books On the table, there's more books. Even though I decluttered that table and it looks pretty good still, I still need to go through more of the paper, and I realized that it's a space thing. So I need to create some space in that shelving unit so that we have all our homeschool, our daily homeschool things in there. And then also our budget thing that we do every day. My husband and I just sit down every morning or around lunchtime, and we take 10 minutes, we put a timer, and we do 10 minutes of organizing our budget for, making sure bills are paid and making sure everything is done. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about is getting things done method. So I'm going to do it with you because I've never done it before. So I have a folder that I use for my home thing. I want to show you. So you can name that folder whatever you want. I called it the Clever Home Journal. You can call it the Hygge Journal. You can call it your Home Base Journal. You can call it whatever you want. All it is a folder. So you don't buy any folder. You have one at home that you can use. Grab a folder. I've got a plastic separator, and then the first section is my FlyLady routine. So I have my morning routine and the plastic sheets, and all I do is I tackle when it's done, when things are done, and I have my evening routine on a piece of paper that I put on a plastic sheet again, and I just stick on everything I've done. And then the second section is my meal section. The second section, I literally did a list of all our favorite meal. So when I do my weekly meal, and it will save you so much money because you don't have to throw things away. You can have like 2 meals and then leftover night, and then so let's say Monday you have, I don't know, chicken and rice, and Tuesday you have fajitas. And the third day you can have leftover night, and then Thursday you can make another meal. And maybe if Thursday is a busy day for you, so instead of going crazy, you do like fish and chips, and you're gonna use frozen chips and frozen fish, and that's okay. And it will, you work, or a pizza, frozen pizza, you put it in the oven, but you write it down as a meal to do. And then Friday you might not be inclined to cook and you want to have a takeout, so you write takeout. And if you don't want to spend the money, you can make a pretend takeout meal. Like I make my own pizza. It's super easy. It's more easy than I thought it would be once you know how to do your dough, and it's just take practice. Do it for your first few times. It's going to take a while. The fourth time is going to be really, really fast and easy. And topping, it's easy. You take any kind of tomato sauce and you put it on your, and even simpler, you take like some bread that you don't use, you cut them, you put them in a thing, and you put tomato sauce and a bit of cheese on it, and you have a pizza. So it's very, very simple. So don't go complicated yourself, but Friday, if it's a takeout night for you, you use your takeout night budget. If it's not a takeout night, then just make a meal. Then Saturday and Sunday, maybe you have more time for cooking, and maybe you can do, so what I do as well for the weekend, if I have time, is I make a meal and I double it. I double my meal and I freeze one. So one night when I don't have time, I can always pull a lasagna that I've already done and put it in the oven while I'm cleaning the house or whatever, or while we're doing some other things in the house. So or if we're busy with something, so I just whack it in the oven and that's it, it's done. So double batch your food meal on the weekend. It's a great way to go through. Anyway, so I'll go back to getting things done. So in getting things done, that would be my third part of my book here. So getting things done, you have to have a double page like that, and on that page you're going to do 2 big crosses. I'll show you now. I'll do it with you. So this is how you do. So you cross, you do a big cross here and a big cross here. And then on those, so you've got 4 quadrants here. And the first quadrant that you're gonna put is home. And the second one is errands. And then the third one here is discuss. And the last one is a phone or email or text. Okay, so the idea is that every time you have a thought that comes into your head, because if you like me, I have thoughts in my head all the time on what I have to do and where I have to go. So for example, in my errands, I have to do the shopping for some field trip. That's in my errands. Another errands I have to do the shopping for home. Shopping home. And another thing I have to do is I have to go to my knitting group. Okay. And then home, I want to do my zone 1. Let me think. There's another thing I have done some sewing lately, and I have a table full of sewing material. I want to go through the sewing stuff, so I'm writing this down. I think to discuss, so that would be something I have to discuss with my husband that I forgot to talk about with him, or that I want to, maybe a plan I want to do with him. So I want to organize, we have to go and watch a football match, a soccer match, sorry for the Americans, a soccer match in Sacramento. Our cousin invited us to it, so I just want to make sure I talk to him and see, which car we're going to take, and I give him the time when it is, so he doesn't plan anything around it, and put it on my calendar. So I want to discuss the football, a match that we're going to go see with the boys, to make sure the boys are there, etc. Because we're buying tickets, and we bought tickets and everything. And then phone, email, text is things that I have to remember about, like who I have to text for giving some information, or I always try to keep on top of that, because as soon as I have a message, if I don't reply right away, it's not gonna happen. So maybe I need to double check. Sometime I go back to a few texts, like 4 or 5 texts, and see, oh, I didn't respond to that person. So those are things to do. And this is how she does it. And then she has another section here that says week, months, and so things that are coming up in that week that I need to really remember or put in my calendar that I forgot to put in my calendar. And then if I have a thought around the house, I can go with I need to do this week, and then you put it down, or this month we have to do this. I don't know, it could be anything, like we have to clean the dog pen, or buy a bulb for the living room or something like that, and you have to write it down, because otherwise it just, for me, I don't know if you like this, but if I don't write it down, or if I don't have it somewhere, it's never gonna happen. And instead of having a to-do list with a ton of things in there that's overwhelming, you say, okay, I'm at home, I have 15 minutes, what's in my home things that I can do? And oh, there's zone 1 to clean, I have 15 minutes, let's clean 15 minutes of this part of the zone 1. Maybe I'll just tidy up the shoes and go through the shoes for 15 minutes. Oh, I have 15 minutes, let's clear up the sewing kit that I have, and I need to go through this, so I have 15 minutes, I'll go through that. And then you're not at home and you say, oh, I have some errands to do. Oh, I may have to post something. So on my way to the shopping, I can stop at the post office. Let's grab those envelopes, put them in my handbag right away. And same, like if I'm at home but Kieran's not here, then I can do this. But if there's a discussion and he's available, I can talk to him about that football thing. So depending on what you are and when it is, you can pick one of those. Oh, I'm on the computer. What do I have to do? Or I have to email that person. So let me go back to this. And this is a very handy kind of, it's like a brain dump space, but it's organized even in your brain dump thing. So she has week, months, and then she has two more. One is, I believe, a wish list. So I want to go to Japan. So that's my like long list. And you know, they say if you put it down, you're halfway there. So one day I want to dream. So it's like your dream list, your bucket list and thing you want to do in your life. And then she has another one, and I'm trying to remember what it is. I can't get it back, so I'll get back to you on this one. I think it's something to do with 8 months and probably things that you have to do, but it's not an emergency. Like I need to organize, like I know for myself, that's more like of a long term. In the next couple of months, I need to organize ski pass and a ski rental for my boys because we want to go skiing this winter. So you know, and maybe create a budget for that and all of this. So this is all the stuff that. And then you have your 4 separate lists, and those are things that you know is coming up, and well, every time you have that thought, you say, oh, I have to put this in there. So you write it down, it's out of your mind, and then you can come back to it, and it doesn't clutter your mind. And I think that for me, you will always have constantly thoughts, and I don't know if it's the age of the after menopause. It's just my thought just come in and they just come out, and then I don't remember. And then I remember either the day after it was supposed to be done and everything. So if I write everything down, if I have my calendar and I say, what in here do I have to put in my calendar and put a date on it, then I'll do that. What in here I need to discuss with somebody or send a text or send an email. I need to, if I have 5 or 10 minutes during the day, after lunch or whatever, oh, I can, you know, drop an email or something like that. So this is the idea of getting things done. This is a getting things done method. And it really is, because if you have 5 or minutes, you look at it and say, what can I do in those 5 minutes? Oh, Kieran's here. He's just having lunch. I'm going to interrupt him for a minute and talk to him about the football. Or, hey, I'm having an errand and I have to go to do my shopping for home, but I have a couple of letters to post. I have to drop some code to the laundromat, or you know. So all of these is things that you can do, and you have to. It's easier. So you say you're gonna go out of the house, or is there an errand I can add to this? I'm going out to the house to go somewhere. Can I do something in my list? I can grab maybe the post and post it on my way there, or something like that. So this is the idea of the getting things done method. I'm new to it. I'm gonna try it for a while, and I'll tell you how it works for me in the future video. And I just hope that video helped you. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.